Hey everybody, Cappy here, and if you need guidance and wisdom and help in life because your elders lied their asses off to you, said that you'd vote for them, or you'd go to that school, or you'd major in that thing, or you'd be your parents' BFS, well, if you need your ass kicked by an older brother type figure, here I am. Go to assholeconsulting.com. We'll take care of it. I do have corporate clients too. It's not just like, oh, help me with my life. There are other people then. But they want to be told the truth. Oh yeah, you guys are brilliant. Yeah, fucking net housing. Go invest in more condos. But anyway. Hello, Aaron. I've seen most of your videos and read your book. I got a Bachelor's of Science in Political Science in 2012 with a 3.1 GPA from North Carolina State. I have used my Arabic as a way to get my first job right out of school. Looking back now, this degree is the most useful out of all the options I would have chosen. Are you talking political science? Because that's a worthless degree. If it's Arabic, yeah, I can understand because there's some skill in that. But political science is bullshit. It's a joke. Compared to my peers, I am fiscally responsible with savings and no debt. That might be why you got your job. I don't think it's your degree. I think it may actually be you, and you might be a slightly higher moral caliber than the average 22-year-old. But I do not want to dump away my near future with debt and graduate degree that leads to a little pay bump. I don't see any incentives anymore. I'm an introvert, like to Google a lot, and am somewhat detail-oriented and more of a law liberal type of person than a technical one. Also, not good at taking standardized testing. I chose to go into analytics since it could be applied to political science. I don't know, who's hiring you for political science? They're hiring you for your Arabic. Forget this political science stuff. No one hires anyone for political science unless it's a non-profit and it's government, and unless you're connected with a Bush or a fucking Obama, you're not gonna soar through the ranks. They just use people like you. I applied and got rejected at various programs, but also deferred acceptance to a university that might become unaccredited. Yeah, don't go there then. Don't do that. Don't do that. That would be dumb. To help my dad establish his first urgent care clinic. Now this was interesting. Your dad, I presume, is either some kind of entrepreneur or in the medical field or a doctor. Now, you should be going to your dad and asking him, what he thinks as well on top of me. Because he knows you better, obviously. You're his son, and you're working for him, and he knows what your strengths and weaknesses are. But it sounds like your dad, if you may permit me to be presumptuous, immigrant of some kind from Asia or Middle East, traditional, got his fucking doctorate, got you here to the U.S., made the best of himself that he could in the United States, and now his son goes and farts away at a political science degree. Now you got to go back to him. What was he doing at your age? That's a good question, right? See, because here's the thing where I have respect for immigrants that come to the U.S. Well, most immigrants, the legal ones, that come from the Middle East and Asia and Europe. Not Europe, but they typically come here, and they don't give a shit about what their dreams are. They go and say, what do other people want? And that's what I'm going to major in. So this is where you get your doctors, your engineers, and all that other stuff. And then, surprisingly, they have very little financial and familial problems down the road. All right? So you got to quit asking what you want, and you got to start realizing the real world, the real economy works by providing what other people want. So have that conversation with your dad. I think that'd be a very important one to have and see what his thoughts are. I applied to get, where are we at? 1 year of doing prerequisites. This is for the company, the urgent care clinic. Confirmed to me that the field might not be as applicable for me at this stage. During my first year of business, I learned a lot on the job. I learned a lot more on the job than at school, but still would like to further my education. No, you're not paying attention, son. That's the real world telling you what is in demand, what skills of yours are in demand. And then you say, well, I don't like to do it. Tough shit. Look, I didn't think I'd be a ballroom dance instructor, okay? I laughed at it, when I was in college. Ballroom dance. But then ballroom dancing, I always wanted to swing dance. Well, I ended up putting in, I was working as a security guard just to make ends meet, and I was depressed. I had nothing else to do. And this is how long ago this was. I printed off a proposal, and I faxed it on the fax machine at the company I was working at on the overnight shift. And then all of a sudden I got a response back, and long story short, I ended up making around $350 an hour teaching a ballroom dance class because I got paid based on the number of people. Now I was making, I think, $9 an hour, and then there was $350 an hour. What is the market telling you? Well, the real world is telling you, dumb shit Aaron Clary, you should go teach fucking ballroom dance. And this is the market, the same thing here. No one's hired you for your political analysis. No one cares, frankly. No one, trust me, no one cares about a 22-year-old's political opinions. Nobody. All right? but they do care about your ability to speak Arabic. And your dad, obviously, and here you list it, you list the skills right here. For example, I have learned about accounting, employment laws, contracts and hiring, SEO, web design, etc. That's what's in demand. I mean, honestly, I would try and work with your dad for a while to make the ends meet. Help your dad. He did a lot for you, I think. I'm guessing he can help put you through college, but help your dad. Help him get this thing off the ground. And let's say it fails miserably. At least now you have these specific things that employers look for on your resume, right? So that's the real world talking to you, and your dad's giving you the opportunity to work this stuff, so I would go and do that. However, compliance and tax code is making me very depressed about the state of affairs. I was thinking against doing a master's in accounting, since it's very regional type degree. Also, the U.S. might switch from GAT to international IFRS standards of accounting, making the CPA worthless in the future. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I've decided no to the MBA, PA, or CPA, further liberal arts degrees, good, or medical biller certification. I don't want to tie myself to a field with excessive credentialism. What should I do, or even major? All right, here's what you got to do. You seem to think education is you got to get educated. No, you don't know what you're doing. And I cannot tell you specifically what to do. I have options. There's recommendations. I would say you have options. These are some things I would consider. Military. Everyone can, well, you get shot. Yeah, you might get shot. And they'd like you because you're fluent in Arabic. I mean, you could become a CIA analyst down the road or something. That might be kind of cool. But you're going to have to go through basic and get your ass chewed out and all that other stuff. Accounting. Get your master's in accounting. I don't want to say necessarily get your master's in accounting. Look to see what the CPA requirements are to sit in for the CPA exam. You'd have to study your ass off. It may just be worth it to get your master's in accounting, because you don't have it. You have hands-on accounting experience, but you do not have the theoretical MBA level type of accounting education that the CPA will test you on. So it may be worth going to get your master's in accounting. You don't sound like the engineer type. You don't want to go back for another bachelor's degree. I would start looking into computer networking with your dad. See if he can do some computer networking. But I would just work for your dad for about a year, figure out what's in demand, do some soul searching. Because you seem to be in this rush to get an education. There's going to be some fucking job for you at the end. There isn't. Unless you're a doctor or an engineer of some specific trade type. There isn't. So consider those things. I would still go the accounting route. And here's another thing. Before I get ahead of myself. You got to lower your expectations in terms of what's out there. All right? Your dad, who came from whatever shithole country just so he could come here, become the successful guy that he is, he knows the score. He knows the real world. It's only Americans, and you're American, who were brought up here in this poppycock world like, you can do whatever you want. The money will follow. There's birds and puppies and unicorns and free orgasm and girls with big titties running all around. No. The real world, it's the real world, the real economy, no matter where you are on this planet. You gotta see what's in demand. Then you gotta go and do that. It's only after you get established, only after you have a lot of money, only after you have a career, can you start thinking about doing things you would like to do that are of a pontificating manner. So you could become a political consultant or something like that. So yes, that's what I would recommend. But if you want something specifically, like, I need you to tell me what to go and do, go get your master's courses in accounting. Because that is not going to hurt you. That will only help your father, it'll only help you. You may find it boring, but I got news for you. It's better me telling you to directly go into accounting and you find it boring than you try 5 or 9 different things to find them all boring, waste your time, and then waste your money on all those 5 or 9 times the amount of classes. Then you're just going and getting some kind of certification in accounting. All right. Hope that helps. Toodles.